But just then, Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck? That's when Iris showed up to switch with you? Okay. See, I thought when we went back there was still one lock, and I guess there was. They switched places and put the one lock back on. The 5 locks got put on later. So does that mean the person who said that they were gonna try to unlock the 5 locks, was that Dahlia? Does that mean she wasn't really trying at all? Huh. I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean your plan had succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fay. Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fay. Had we not established that? Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. Nope. And that is? Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother. No, didn't happen. Order in the court! What is the meaning of this? It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey, but even so, the murderer who actually stuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya. Not true. Didn't happen. Ridiculous! That's nonsense. Are you sure about that? Just think about it. We haven't, we've been going for a long time here of just talking. Like, no testimony, no presenting anything, just information. It's been kind of cool. No. What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence? The fact that Maya Fey had disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Guys, are you so stupid that you don't understand whose body this is? Who else could it be? Who do you think this is? The idea that she's still in the Sacred Cavern is just ridiculous. It sure is. She wasn't able to escape from the Inner Temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be. In this courtroom, right where I'm standing. Where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? Who do you think you're possessing? Who do you think channeled you? You stupid fucking moron. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? No, because it didn't happen. No, also not a true thing. Except for... I like how we have 2 examples of bodies falling into the river and both of them survived. Dahlia and Phoenix, so this whole bodies wind up lost forever thing isn't very credible. So, what do you have to say now? Phoenix, didn't even get hurt. He was fine. Dahlia was apparently fine. What the hell? Whose phone is that? It's not the Steel Samurai theme. You're upset. Oops. Is that you? Oh. What kind of ringtone is that? Get over here. I'm too bad with music to honestly recognize exactly what that was. I obviously recognize it, but I legitimately, don't pay enough attention to music to actually specifically recall exactly what that is. Because I'm too dumb. I'm not a music man. Was it something important? They just finished removing the locks from the Sacred Cavern. That's great! What about Maya? Wasn't Gumshoe doing something too? He was checking for something. That'll happen sometime. Was it Maya? No, it was Iris, you stupid idiot. Have you been paying attention? It was the accused, Sister Iris. Huh? What do you mean, huh? We established that she was in there. I locked her in there yesterday. I just got finished. Thank you, Dahlia. I don't want to have to rely on Dahlia to get my message across here, Phoenix. Come on. I don't want to agree with her. No. Like, I mean, come on, guys. This is kind of a little absurd. I don't know if they actually expected the player to not figure it out. That can't be possible, but it's a little weird that the characters aren't figuring it out after all this. Not one of them. The Phoenix has not thought for a second, wait a minute, who's channeling her? Like, the fact that they're dragging it on so long when it's... The word obvious doesn't cover it. It's literally the only conceivable possibility in the world. And they're just not even thinking about it. It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. No. Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Donham, also known as Misty Faye. No. How do I... Gumshoe, I need your help. I need somebody's help here to prove something. Gumshoe, storm in like you did before. Save the day. You beautiful man. It can't be. Who is it? Who's helping me? Oh no, it was just him. Fuck you. I was waiting for that. Hold it! Or objection! Or something. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Okay, well then, have you ever heard this one? Suck a dick and die? No, but seriously, have you ever heard this one? Let's try and eliminate the impossible. Let's think of all the people who it would be impossible to be channeling Dahlia. And now let's think about what's left. What remains? You goddamn buffoon. All of you. Each and every one of you. According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. I might not have been able to keep track of the timeline in this case, but I can figure out this obvious thing. Remember, this woman testified earlier that I said a lot of wrong things, just throwing out random theories and getting things confused because there were so many details. Like, getting confused about the possession, channeling shit, and whatnot. But I know this, and I'm just waiting for somebody to realize it. That's right. That's where she jumped from. No. Are you helping me? This sounds like it's a good thing for me. Why are you... Do you hate Dahlia more than you hate me? Is that all it is? I mean, you're helping me. You kind of did before, too. So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into the Eagle River. I mean, he was a defense attorney. That was kind of his thing. That's why he sucks as a prosecutor. So it works. Yeah, it didn't happen. That's a lot of health. Do you have any evidence? I want to just present fucking Dahlia's profile or something to talk about that, but that's clearly not going to work. That says Maya couldn't have thrown herself into the... I wish I could go back and look at the sentences that he just said. Because they said it would have been impossible from that side. Oh! Is it the same reason from case 4? Yeah, the same reason she couldn't have been pushed off in that direction because she would have hit the rocks. So yeah, Maya couldn't have jumped from that side because she would have hit the rocks. Yeah. It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the Inner Temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. That's right. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. Why was the word Maya written upside down? I still want to know. Below the cliff on the Inner Temple side is a big rock shelf. Uh-huh. How do we punish Dahlia for this? Can we banish her spirit to something? I don't know. I would send her to the Phantom Zone? Which is for fucking living people. But either way, something. Yeah. I just watched the fucking Lego Batman movie and the Phantom Zone was in it, so that's what I was thinking of. By the time you guys see this video, It'll be 2 months after I've seen the Lego Batman movie, but at the time of recording it, I saw it a couple days ago. You're just playing with me, and I did a review on my other channel. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding. Fuck you! Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate... you guys are making yourself look retarded by saying that and not figuring out the obvious thing. Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into the Eagle River. Correct. Thank you, Godot. Partner, I guess. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one... have you figured it out after 7 hours? Jesus, man. Finally. How do I present that, though? Right there. It's not dead, though. Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Well, letting her know that she failed to kill Maya is one good thing, but that's not enough. She's evil, and I want to punish her more. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, that's a lot of health. She's in the wheelchair. Yeah. I wonder. Actually, weren't these the options in Big Top as well? Like, the first one was, before we got specific about it, I didn't say, like, in this courtroom, and then specifically asked about the wheelchair. But yeah, she is obviously in this courtroom. For fuck's sake, I've been waiting to say it forever. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. Am I gonna have to put the cursor on her? Point out evidence in the courtroom, or is it gonna give me an option? Or is he just gonna say it? I seem to recall that you said, I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Well, it must have been fucking Zsa Zsa Gabor. I wonder. First name that came to mind. It's Pearl Fey, that pathetic little sniveling runt. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, and she couldn't do it. I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. Did we ever find out why she thinks her powers are gone? I guess that's why. Just because she failed at channeling someone. But then she gave the explanation that it's possibly because someone else was doing it. So I don't really see why she was so certain that her powers were gone. They're not. It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did? But who? Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. So the first time it was Misty, but this time it's Maya. Pearl couldn't do it either time, so she just resorted to gravy. I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? It's so funny. It's just the one, like, weird thing in the middle of this super serious case. Oh yeah, and then there was also the part with the gravy. Which time are we talking about? Misty was the first one, but I think we were past that. We were already talking about that, and obviously she confessed to that herself. So now we're talking about this time who's channeling her right now. So that would be Maya. Fucking obviously! You nincompoops! At least he figured it out. Thank you, Phoenix. It just took you a long time. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Is this like the final reveal of the game? If so, that's really disappointing, because that's so obvious. What? But how could that be? Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal? She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be? It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And you especially, you thought Pearl was channeling you? Did you not know what her hair color was? Maybe she didn't. Maybe she just didn't think about it. I don't know. Maybe she didn't know how the possession worked since she didn't have powers of her own. To protect herself from you. That works. It's actually, I mean, I don't really know. Actually, that doesn't really... I mean, yeah, because Pearl did try again. Because she didn't really know what she was doing. Because she was manipulated by her mom. So, yeah, she could have channeled her again and gone after Maya. So Maya channeled her herself, and she didn't know who was channeling her, so, yeah. That actually works. Good job, Maya. Good call. Proud of you. Good girl. The path to the inner temple was closed off, and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? Ah, indeed. You mean, that's when she channeled me? All along you thought you'd been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you. That's pretty badass. Good job, Maya. Genuinely impressed. Good. You're saying that... Oh, look at the hair hanging in front of the face. Was played for a fool by that little whelp? That is pretty good punishment, but I want more.
Objection!
Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. I don't believe you. That's irrelevant. A stupid little girl like that who's never been out in the real world? She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? Her mom. Because she channeled you first. Misty? Hey! Oh no, Mia. Okay. Oh. So you fucking... I was saying that it was weird that Mia wasn't in this case, but here she is. So you telling me Maya didn't even come up with the idea on her own? Mia told her? Oh yeah, Godot. He's like, oh shit, Mia. Yes. Are you gonna... Is she gonna be the one to tell us about Godot? You're something else. Because we gotta, like, address that. The fact that him and Dahlia, you know... Yeah. That hair. It's Pearls, right? Yeah, I didn't... Was she in here? Or, like, where was she? I didn't know she was nearby. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You just courted Maya in the Inner Temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help. So she channeled me. So, never mind, Maya. I don't give you credit anymore. It was Mia's idea. It was your idea to channel her, but, I mean, that's what you always do, so... She asked me what I thought that she should do. So good job, Mia. As always, you're great. Of course, I didn't have all the details, but one thing was perfectly clear, and that was... I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So it was Maya who put that lock on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things? To keep herself safe. Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fey. Pearls? Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. I know, because she put gravy on the thing. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, that's like the funniest thing in the whole series, because I can't stop laughing at it, like, days later. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you? I won't forget this. Good, remember it for eternity, bitch.